good morning to you, Nigerians, and to people around the world. My name is Daddy Chris, coming to you from Srtv Dex in London. It's Wake Up Nigeria. This is where we take a look at what is currently going on in the country, and sometimes we have the opportunity to review some of the papers. On today's show, I have a very, very young lady, powerful young lady at that matter, beautiful young, very young. The future of Nigeria is what I'm going to expose to you guys today. She's the National Vice President of the Law Association of Nigeria. I'm going to bring her in shortly. But before I bring this young man into the show this morning, I want to ask you people. Yesterday, Nigeria celebrated the 64th anniversary of our independence, meaning we're 64 years old. Yes, as we reflect back, we always think of the future. That's right. I think that is not short. I've had discussion of where we're coming from, where we are, and the projection of where we're going. But how do we talk about where we're going if we don't bank on the celebration? What happened yesterday? What were the things said? Where were the promises made? Are we going to follow it? You see, this is one problem I can see today with us and perhaps around the world. We are good, especially Nigerians. You guys are good at voting. Americans are guilty of this as well. They vote. During the campaign, it's a lot and a lot to go on during the campaign. Then after the campaign, what happened? Everybody go to his bedroom. No, the campaign is a continuous process. We are supposed to be part of governance, meaning we're supposed to help the government succeed, or when they are misbehaving, we correct them. But we don't, that's what we lack in Nigeria, because the energy I saw during the last Edo election, if we use that energy on a daily basis to follow the governor, he has no chance. He has no chance to turn the state to his own, like what they have always done. And if we had followed Tinubu every day, as he become president, every single day, with the same energy, we go to work, when we come back in the evening, we have a 1 hour for the country, 1 hour for Nigeria, to deal with the issues, whether the president are doing the right thing or not. They'll be forced to talk to us. But unfortunately, after election, we go home and we allow them to buy ashes, marry new wives, and do all that. And we have a very young lady here with me today. Her name is Akintoyese Bolaji. She is, of course, the National Vice President, Law Student of Nigeria. Young lady, I'm going to call you young lady. Sometimes I'm going to call you Bolaji. I'm going to call you all kind of names. Sometimes I call you daughter. Forgive me. This is old man here sitting with you. Welcome to my show, daughter.
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning to everyone around the world.
Good. Bolaji, Akintoyese, right? Akintoyese, all right? Don't worry. I will keep correcting me. With time, I'm like somebody I have a new bride, so I'm going to learn to call her name until I get it right. Listen, Nigeria is what it is. We celebrated 64 years old yesterday, and I'm sure you did listen to the president's speech. And one of the things the president spoke about is that there's going to be a national youth conference. What does that mean to you?
To me, while the president was speaking yesterday, he spoke about a 30 days youth confab that's going to comprise of youth from all sectors in Nigeria that will get to sit to speak on education, security, social infrastructure, and so many more. But basically, his idea is just to bring young people, young minds together. He wants an inclusive government where people will come to share or have using the same pathway, not being divided, but when they meet for the 30 days and even beyond, because I see this thing even going beyond, and they tend to agree and come up with a collective idea.
You see, yes, I hear that, and that's a very good idea. The question is, what are we looking for? Perhaps to understand or to achieve whatever the president is trying to tell us to do, or how the vision of the president is. We want to know, what are we even looking for? Perhaps that is the beginning of because why would you call a meeting if we are not clear what we want? And so when you go to the meeting, what will you be discussing? Exactly what will Nigerian young people be asking from the president? That is some of the things we'll be looking at today. Sorry, good, you're bad. One of the things we'll be looking at today is, and it's something I really want to share with you, what would the Nigerian kids, Nigerian young people be looking for from our president? What do you think? And can you hear me? Permit me to come. Easier Bolaji is easier for me to pronounce because I can pronounce Bolaji easier. Right? Bolaji. Anyway, I have another young woman who can understand your language much better. Mary, she's right here in the studio in Abuja. Let me quickly add Mary. Mary, you're welcome.
Good morning, Daddy Chris. Good
Morning.
morning.
So we have here with me, Mary, someone like you, someone young like you. So, and I hope I get my head out of this place because when two women are gathered, sometimes old men don't find their ways. But I'll struggle. Anyway, I have these two young ladies. You're all welcome. This is Akin Toyeshe Bolaji. Blossom Chi is the National Vice President of the Law Student of Nigeria. All right, and these are
Good morning,
very
ma'am.
strong.
Welcome to
Yes.
Morning.
These are the future leaders. If you watch, law gives you the apparatus to run the affairs of states because they are equipped with the legal understanding. They are supposed to be the one in the House of Assembly talking, changing laws for the good. And I'm so happy to have her this morning. Now that the president is talking of having giving the young people an opportunity to reshape the country through dialogue. I'm asking now, between two of you here, Mary, you are two young people because the president is asking for young people from all parts of the country. So I'm going to throw the bomb at two of you. What will you be discussing? Which direction are you guys trying to take us now? Because look at Nigeria as it is. Where will you guys really want to take us? Where are we going? Because we are now watching. We are old men. We're watching. Where are you going to take us? Let's start with Bolaji. Bolaji, where are you guys taking us?
Okay, with the aim or the initiative brought by the president, his aim is to actually unify Nigerians through bringing of young minds together. Because when you look at the 30 days confab created or initiated by him, it's to address issues bordering on security, social infrastructure, unemployment, and so many more. And if these are addressed at this point, I feel the future of Nigeria will be better than the present because the youth are the social they are the future of Nigeria. The youth are the ones that have they have we are larger than any other set of people in
Okay.
Nigeria. Presently, we have 60% of the population in Nigeria.
But they say, Bolaji and Mary, and maybe you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Don't we have a ministry for youth or there's a special ministry for youth, right? In the past government had the youth sport and development. That was the former ministry. I know they've split the ministries again, but there's a special ministry for youth this time. Am I right? And there's a young lady also who is made the minister there. I'm not sure. Is that correct?
Yes.
And if that is the case, why is the president not making that ministry work for the young people? Why did we create that ministry? What discussion is it? Are we going to create another talking shop? That is my worry. Or we're truly giving young people an opportunity to talk and act. There is a ministry already on ground. How is that ministry actually impacting the life of young people? Is the president saying that ministry is not effective, so we need a better ideas to fund the ministry, or where do we need this confab? I'm just thinking loud.
Okay, if I can come in, if you say they need a
Okay.
better idea.
To me, I feel the yes, it cannot be denied.
All right, we lost that. We lost that. And
I think my network is bad. My network.
Bolaji network is giving us a little bit of problem, but we will deal with it. What do you say, Mary? So before Bolaji, we can hear Bolaji. What do you say?
Yeah, the network has been bad. I think since yesterday. Okay, you're
Yes.
talking about ideas. If they need more ideas. Me, what I can say is, I feel like to some extent they aren't working with the ideas, right, of the young people. Permit me to say, most times the ideas of the young people don't count. Because why? These people do things the way they want. If you say Ministry of Sports, Daddy Chris, how far is it going? Where is the sport going? You are still the person that's been complaining, right, about the sport. Because I feel like if young people are given the time, are given this opportunity to come out and do the needful, there will be a positive change um, as regards governing the state, as regards being leaders to the state, right? And doing these things rightly, because I feel like the young people, they still have the strength, they still have the zeal, they still have the creativity to come out and work. If there's this uniformity, it kind of encouraging these young people that okay, they have a place. They have a place in the political arena and they can do better. You see them coming out to do a lot of things. It's not about setting out ministry for young people, right? For youth and all of that. Are they really allowing them to work? Even if they try to bring ideas, is it working? Is it showing any effects, right?
Mary, yes, thank you. Thank you. I like the two of you. You guys believe that the president has given an opportunity for young people to come out and talk together, a kind of unity. I wonder what unity going to mean. I'm going to use that word unity. I'm coming back to the word unity. But I'm trying to see here that if young people will come together before, they will be demanding something. We need a special ministry for us. That was what I think a confab like this will come up with. That for us to contribute to the nation meaningfully, we need a ministry. But the president has created a ministry already for young people. Why are we not directing young people to go and work in the ministry or create opportunities or projects that will be meaningful to young people through the ministry? Why do we want to have this elaborate discussion, which I know is going to cost us some billions of naira? That's going to be a talking shop if I can't say so. That's my confusion here. It's right to say, okay, it's got people should gather, but there's a ministry. There's a ministry already. Why are you not giving ideas? Like, I like the student loan idea. Oh, young people, maybe apprenticeship scheme under young people. Yes, those scheme, is that what we are introducing? Or young people, maybe young people in your meeting, you guys will come up with how to fight unemployment. Is that the case? This is an old man thinking from the old point of view. So I really want to see what kind of ideas young people want to have. So, for instance, let me put it this way: if I say, "What do you want to see from Nigeria?" If I ask the two of you, let me be bold here to say, and I know you guys didn't pray for this. What do you want to see happening in Nigeria differently, Bolaji? Now, Bolaji network.
I think my network is good. Okay, let me just come in.
Yes,
if you ask me personally, I feel like what I want to see happening in Nigeria differently is giving room for young people to take charge. Like increase over the years, old people, sorry to use the word old people, advanced people, has been the one, right, in this space. And we are still in the same spot. In fact, things are getting worse. So what I'm saying is, if they can actually give young people that opportunity to take charge, right? And let's see how we can make a difference.
Yes, and the question is, that's why I'm saying that. Where will you take us? We are still scared. We've seen what the old people are supposed not to have so much opportunity, so much need to jump. They are jumping because an old man is supposed to now relax. And when I got to an age where going out to nightclub is no more my thing. I used to club a lot, but I'm no more clubbing because when I eat now, I'm already too tired. I'll sleep and rest. That's one old man. Yeah, these old men in power are jumping. They are clubbing. So, and now young people were scared that you people go to club so much. What I say is that you have more reason to spend money than an old man.
The reverse is the case. Even the old people, they club more than the young people now.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's why we are asking the young people now, how we sure that when you people get to power, you will not club with our life? Because we have the like of Yahya Bello. He was the youngest governor. He clubbed. He clubbed with the state money. Or maybe he has not been convicted anyway. So how we sure, I'm going to throw this to you guys now, how we sure that young people will be able to take Nigeria to the promised land? What, if I'm going to say that, give us ideas, yes.
Taking Nigerians to the promised land, it all depends on we ourselves. We need to have a change of heart, because we should get to know that there's no better place than Nigeria, and the future of this country is on us. And if as youth we toil with that opportunity given to us, definitely the future will be shattered. And the only thing as youth we need to know is that every, like, giving an opportunity, if you're given an opportunity to serve in a little office, what have you done? If you checkmate yourself at that level, then when bigger responsibility comes to you, will you do better or you will do less? If we all have this at the back of our minds, I feel we'll get to create a future or a Nigeria that we all have dreamed of, and also for our children.
Yeah, and I really I like that. I like that, and that is the hope. Perhaps that's why we are happy that when the young people who have ideas,
Let me see, like what she said. Let me contribute to what she said. She's right, because the young people that are even supposed to be here with us, trying to see how they can better the situation of the country, they're already out of the country, right? See a lot of young people traveling. The only thing they want to do is maybe if they can actually finish their first degree in the country, they just want to leave. So they are investing so much outside the country. What are these people in diaspora? What can they bring back to us? And let's see how we can better the country. Because most of the people that I would say with so much talent are out there trying to better another country. What about Nigerians? Right? So why can't we stay here and see how we can better the country? Because if you say that the old Jakpa thing is now the trend, everybody wants to travel. Some people even borrow money to travel. You don't even know if you get a job when you go there. They just want to travel. Right? We have a lot of talent outside the country. A lot of people doing well outside the country. So what I'm saying is, just like what Daddy Chris asked, if young people are being given the opportunity, right? What can they do? How can we function with this system of people not even being around? With a lot of people leaving the country to another part to better that place. So if young people can have this mentality of we can actually come out, work in unity, right? And see how we can transform this country into a better one. And see how we can stop from just focusing on only the oil money. Because oil money will finish with time. We keep borrowing. We cannot focus on just the oil money. You get what I'm saying? Can we think of creativity? Look at that, Chris. We are in Nigeria. You see ShopRite, right? You see all these big malls. They are not even owned by Nigerians. So why are the people that are touching this money? Why can't they think of creative measures of how we can be making money? Even the businesses they have, they try to give it to private people, right? You won't even know that most of these business belongs to our government individuals or our politicians. So why can't they create this big forum that people will get a job? I was actually speaking with someone one day, and the person said it is not the job of the government to give jobs. I said, okay, if it is not the job of the government to give jobs, there are still ways people can actually help. You get my point? You people can actually help. I know fully well that most of the business we see are being owned by them. But what I'm saying is there are ways that we can actually do these things to actually better the country. Talking about the farming, the art of or the parts of agriculture, you see least young people in agriculture. We are not delving into agriculture.
Now you come to my point. Thank you. You
Yes.
said my point. You made one of my points. Now,
We don't see that agriculture is for the old people. Yes. If I have a land today, I would say let me just allocate it to one old person to be farming for me and be giving me crops or products from there because I can't go to the farm. So we feel like we are the Gen Zs. We are fine. We are beautiful. In fact, we are young. We can't go to the farm. We don't want to clean ourselves. So with that mentality, we'll have problems because we are the ones that have the strength to do this job and not the old ones.
Good. Mary, thank you. You made a point there. You see, the Bible said faith without work is what?
To me, it's useless.
It's useless. So we have a ministry that is already established. I don't know whether they are working. Now we're going to go to another talking shop, a confab for youth to talk without working. I am saying today is a day to roll up your sleeve. Let's work. Young people, this is an opportunity for you to maybe say to the president, we don't just want to talk, we want to work. All right? This idea, the ones that are on ground already, let us see it working. Why don't we start from there? You say you want to create unemployment, we should go and talk how we're going to get employment. There's a scheme on ground to create unemployment. Why are we not following it? Or if the interest is unemployment or security, how are you going to address security with young people? What is going to address insecurity is unemployment. When people are employed, when people are engaged, they don't have time. The young people kidnapping us in the bush or killing us, they could be footballers. They could be doing one good thing or the others. They don't need to be in the bush, kidnapping, killing people. So insecurity will be reduced. And, young people If you educate young people and you inspire them enough, they will be, and they have something to do. Who's going to go and kidnap? Who is born a kidnapper? Nobody is born a kidnapper. You learn kidnapping while you're here on earth. Nobody is born today, and that's why I said I will be a kidnapper tomorrow. Who's that?
Sorry to say, it can still be in some people's blood, though. Because
no,
you can easily
I disagree. A child that is born is innocent.
Some people that are wicked in their blood. They just want to do one wicked thing and the other. And you not out of the country situation, excuse, opportunity.
I also want to disagree from that point too.
What do you say? What do you agree?
I feel the society shape people to be who they are today. Nobody is born, like Daddy Chris said, nobody is born to be bad. It's what the person have seen, have perceived from the society.
No, what I've done as a Nigerian young boy,
the family you are born into can make or marry you, right? You cannot tell me that just because the society is difficult. It's everybody that is
society. Family is part of the society. Mary, family is part of the society. Government
is it everybody that has even thought of doing the kidnapping or fraud? There are people that it is just in their blood.
Mary, and Mary, listen. Let me ask you this.
Blood.
Let me ask one question, Mary. If you were born in Saudi Arabia, you would have been a Muslim. You agree?
I agree.
Two of you here now, if you were born in Saudi Arabia, you would have been a Muslim. So is it because is it the society that makes you a Muslim?
You know I will keep disagreeing with you both on this. The UK, the United States, right? All those good countries that is actually functioning well, developed countries, don't we have people that steal in such countries?
Yes, and you think society here is all good? You think the society here is perfect? Is it not the same internet you watch that our children watch?
Well, at least we think as a developed country.
You know, genetics actually play a role also in
who you are.
Like so I think in criminology, when we're offering criminology, there was this trait that if you have a larger jaw and stuff, you tend to be a criminal.
That is what don't mind this man. That man, he said people will not get this and that. That was what this sociologist. He's a madman. We disagree.
Where you come from.
Yeah, I hear you, Bolaji. I disagree with that.
One question. One question. UK is a developed country. Don't you have people that steal in UK?
Yes,
a group of bad guys.
Mary, can I tell you? Don't you think we have bad influence in the UK too? Do you think only UK is? You see, the only reason crime is less in the UK is young people are engaged, but they are bad influence still taking them into the. In fact, your child go to school here.
Let's say the country is good. Their money is good, right?
If money is good, then the crime will be reduced. Maybe there's no society without crime. It will be reduced. Listen, crime will be reduced.
No society without crime.
Exactly.
Yes.
In fact,
don't want we lawyers to have jobs if there's no crime.
Then would you have a job? Thank you. They need criminals to get a job.
Thinking that people actually engage into fraud lifestyle, into stealing because of the society is hard. There are people that are decreased, even if you give them opportunity to work, they will not work.
Yes,
I know what I'm saying. There are people
I hear you. Are you saying that?
They want to work, what is the access of getting money? It is not just about the society. It is in some people's blood still to kidnap.
I hear you, Mary. You see, I want to say this. There's a saying that in life-threatening situation, decent people lie. Things change you. You change. Life is. I am a human being. There are things that will change you. Sometimes a very bad boy will be changed by one young girl who he fall in love with. They will just, look at the things where God has. We are not static. We are fluid. We move. We change with situation. But what I cannot agree, I know people want to agree with that. That's sociology was saying that you must have protruding forehead and all that. That makes you a criminal. Those are things that the racists used to portray us back in then. All right, a criminal trait is never inborn. People here. Let me tell you, when we're growing up, I was in Uniben. If you come back every day, you see people coming from Akata. This is why I traveled. You understand? They learn from Europe. They'll take your girlfriend self. You understand? And these boys are always making money. How many years did he travel? 2 years ago. There they go. You understand? That's what young people do Yahoo now. If by the time you see somebody, they do Yahoo, the next day you buy that car, you go join. And look at it. Every young boy is a politician. Every child is a politician in Nigeria, because if you join government tomorrow, in 3 years, in 1 year, in 6 months, you don't arrive. So people will follow that trend. If today getting a good job, which is available, will make my life better, I will do it. You understand? So these are things young people will do. What I'm asking the president is, now that we understand that young people are the people we need to shape, why is the emphasis not on actually educating them? I like time to the student loan, doing a national campaign with young people. You see, you defeat an ideology. That's what I believe. An ideology could be defeated. Young people have this strong. Look at what they did during the last election. They were dancing. After voting, these guys, they were using so much energy to vote. After voting, they were dancing, and I was looking, and I said, what a time to be alive. If we had directed that energy to true governance, Nigeria would not be where we are.
What did you notice during the campaign? Most of the people campaigning for these people are young people like us. Yes. Right? So you can see that even the young people you want to act differently are now like sons to these people. These people are their godfathers. So how will this change come?
Maybe it's changing. It's changing because not everybody, you are underrating young people. You people, Bolaji, you go to church on Sunday. I always use that analogy.
Yes, sir.
And on Sunday, the pastor finished talking, you take your hand and you drop money. Nobody force you because the man has spoken something good. If you inspire young people, a young girl like you become the president of Nigeria only by telling us where we want to go. That is what I want to achieve on this debate. I know that a young girl like you can tell us that if you do this is where I want the country to be, this is where I want the country to be. We will vote for you without a penny. We're looking for, see, where Nigeria is now, we're looking for Moses to take us out of the dry land. We can see the promised land. We want to get there. We want somebody who will take us there. And that person is who we are looking for. And that person is not going to be God. That person is not going to tell us direction.
But before we get there, we need to do issues. There are issues pending on ground.
That's where I am. Yes.
She said something earlier on brain drain. Most Nigerians today prefer to go outside the country to do better. Check most of the industries or big companies we have outside the country. These people are Nigerians. When you check them, Nigerians are blessed, but we fail to admit it. That's the problem we have as Nigerians. We feel when we do something or we don't tend to look at the future, but we look at the present situation where we find ourselves, what can benefit us, forgetting the impact of it in the future. As Nigerians today, the youths have this jackpot syndrome that has been there for over all.
It's now the trend.
Anyway, I won't be blaming them. That's why I find myself here. Big mistake. That's how I managed to find myself in London. I said big mistake. You understand?
But at least they are shining. At least they have a job. Or some people go there to do illegal jobs. Some people go there and they are not even as better as they were when they were in Nigeria. But if we are
young lady, I'm just making a movie now.
Remembering that we have a home.
Bolaji, you see,
they prefer to sleep on the streets as long as it's outside Nigeria. They can suffer and sleep on the streets. But when you give them a
story, I'm making a movie called Jackpot right now. I'm making a movie called Jackpot in London. It should be out shortly. What you see is a banker relocate with his wife to the United Kingdom, and he's happy to be a cleaner. The sense of dignity, because it's going to take you years. When you come to UK, it's going to take you years to get into the system. You are coming as a foreigner first. You need to work at least for 5 years if you are even legal. Sometimes if you come without papers, you take another 10 years to get paper to live in this country. And after that, then you begin to settle. After 10 years, this gray hair don't come. See my own now. Even if I get plenty money now, I will not be enjoying it. Because if I see young girl now, go they run. Not me they run. because I don't get the strength again. You understand? Because before you will recover all the time you've wasted, they are gone. And the opportunity to stay in Nigeria and grow it is there. These are the message we need to. You need to defeat an ideology of Japa, not by fighting it. You need to let them know that Japa is not good for you. That how can you come from a land that is so rich? I always say to young people, that's what I want to ask you, young people. You say Nigeria is rich, Nigeria is blessed. Can you see it? Because it's not about me. Can you even see the blessing of Nigeria? Let's be sincere. Between the two of you, when you look around you, what do you see is the real blessing of Nigeria? What is it that we say Nigeria is blessed? Other than the oil that the politicians are sharing, can you see the blessing of Nigeria? Can you see the strength of Nigeria? That is it.
Yes.
Okay. At least you can see that through the Nigerian musicians. All right? Nigerian music alone shows that we're blessed, right?
Yes.
Nigerian agriculture.
Nigerian music, even the Greenland stuff. Yes, the Greenland agriculture.
Thank you, my daughter. You understand?
Yes, but the amount of we have raw materials, cash products, or like cashews, and we are even exporting it to other countries, which is also bringing in revenues. If other youths can also venture into agriculture, into other industries, like aside from the musical industry, we can have like the football, as you said. We can have also, like, even in Nigeria, we can have a team that everybody is willing to come and take these players to play for them. We can also venture into crafts. Like Nigerians or Africa is known for these crafts. And you see people like beautiful adornments made from clay, made from other materials we have here in Nigeria. Not until we get outside to do those things, even tie and dye. Okay.
Now you guys are telling me what Nigeria is made of. Now I see two of you are now in new Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new Nigeria. Now I hear new Nigeria. Go on.
We're actually making wave in the fashion industry.
That's a fact.
The talent is just too much. We've got a lot of talent.
No, and maybe the possibility are enormous. So the president going to host a talking shop again, other than getting young people to work. Because if after the talking, what they say is create an institution again, we already have a ministry. Why is that ministry not made to work? That is my question. No? Are these people going to work? Are this confab you're going to have? I want to have her back. Are you going to have it outside the ministry? Is ministry going to be part of it? What are we talking about? What are they going to discuss that is not that we don't know? That the president himself does not know. He does not know that young people, if the young people agree to farm in a large scale, let me put this. If the young people, let me tell you, if you pick only 500 young people from every state, 500, and you give them that enormous task, maybe they form themselves to a cooperative, and every cooperative they form is funded with ₦1 billion. That ₦1 billion is not for them to take home so they go and marry new wife, because young people they will travel the next day, so they go to club. So you use it in such a way that everything they need for that thing to be top class farm, maybe even use the universities, for God's sake. You understand? Well, they will produce, these young people will make other farm will encourage other. You see, you don't encourage people by talk. You encourage people by example. You make these people role model. The only reason children are doing Yahoo, they can see that the Yahoo boy is making money. The only reason they are traveling, they see people abroad are making money. Show that farming can be lucrative. Show it. And you see people farming. Young people will not even do any other thing. They will tell you, I'm not leaving my village, I'm in my farm. And the way you will make the farm look like, come to the farm. I've only worked in 3 months in my life in a farm. In my entire life, I worked in Belgium when I first traveled to Europe in 1992. Then you guys were not born, don't worry. Know what we did? We were plucking tomatoes in the farm. The young boy running it is, in fact, it was my age then, 20-something years old. But if you see the green, it's like a glass house. That's where the whole tomatoes is. Small. In 3 months, we are plucking. I mean, quantity. And when you see the office where we work, so the place is not the typical farm you see now. If young people and if you see the Mercedes the boy was driving then, If you see the car. So if a young boy having a farm can have a big, beautiful residence with a car, and is managing this kind of big farm, that is the farming we are talking about too. Not the one we're going to use, not the one they're going to say, I'm going to clear the farm for you. When you create that kind of farm, and you now tell the young neighbors, if you need this kind of money to do this again, there's a loan for you. If you need this kind of money to do this again, there's a loan for you. You will see young people. There will be millions of farms around. You're going to show this. You're not going to tell them, go and farm. There's money in farming. They know. How do they go about it? Show the example through the ministries. Now, young people.
But at the Chris, some people might not know. These days, when you tell an average Nigerian or the youth that about farming, they feel it's just a dirty job.
And
they don't look
at it's still a dirty job today in Nigeria. We need to show it's not.
It's not. That's where the change needs to come. Okay, look at you. We're outside the country and plugging tomatoes, but people in Nigeria feel when you speak of farming, you're only meant to till the ground, forgetting that we have other we have tractors, we have stuff or equipment that could help you in those tasks. And if you venture or put in resources into it, you also get from it. People like, okay, on the way from Kefi, there are farms, different kind of farms. We have snake farms, we have catfish farms, and so many farms. But people feel that when you speak of farming alone, you're thinking of tilling the ground. You could venture into poultry, you could venture into so many things. Now, a crate of egg in Nigeria is 6,000 naira.
Can you imagine?
So if my chicken, I just feed them maybe in the morning and in the night, and I'm getting how many crates? That's a lot of revenue I would get in a day. And if Nigerians or youths can actually venture in forgetting about the white collar job, if I had known earlier, I said maybe I would not be studying law. Maybe, but I still love the law. But
come on, you will be studying law. You need people, you need criminals. You know what? Bolaji said if they are not criminals, they won't have a job. The Bolaji, they intentionally sent you to go and study a course so some people will commit crime so you get a job.
Supposed to be having enough job in Nigeria because of the kind of society we got ourselves. So you can catch a lot of criminals.
As a matter of fact, you can intentionally discourage young people from doing things by showing the light. Young people like glamour. They see you glamorize things. You understand? I know how many girls want to be in Nollywood today. Mary is an actress because they can see. You understand? When you work with them, you know it's not that all sweet. Oh, you understand? Some of them are made believe. Anyway, they've been taught to do things that are made believe. So anytime you see an actress or an actor, he's doing great. Now, like hungry, they're there. But you have to. And everybody wants to be in acting because you can really do it well. When you now get in and you face the challenge, now that they say, they ask me this, they ask me that. So we're going to know everything we do in life is going to be difficult. But for the government to make us, because the easiest job to create is that in agriculture. Is the easiest. And it's not only that. Young people, you know that area where Nigerian young people are underutilized is technology. You know why this is so painful? And my phone, the network I was using here is called TalkTalk. When I have issues with the provider, if I call the customer service, you know the people that pick it, sometime in India, sometimes it's in South Africa. Because the cost of handling that job in the UK will cost every worker, every company, one person, £2,000 minimum. It will cost the company £2,000 to hire one person, £2,000. £2,000 today in the UK is 4.4 million naira for one person. Now they are happy. I want this young boy to get back. They are happy to contract that job.
Is it like a monthly salary?
Yes, monthly salary of 4 million minimum in the UK. That is the number, and that money is not even enough.
You see some remote job, customer care.
Exactly, Mary. So customer care remote job alone, customer care remote. I called MTN when I was doing the last job. MTN don't have the interest of Nigeria. I called them and they told me I should go to Glo. You know, and I asked them, can you set up ordinary customer care service anywhere? And I will bring the job. Because instead of company to pay £2,000, if I give them £1,300 per person, they will jump. That's why the job have all gone to India. So if I call now, the people talking to me, somebody, hello, it's an Indian woman or an Indian guy talking to me in the UK. At the end of the day, what is Nigeria doing with all the young people? Look at, I'm sitting down with you now, and I can just imagine putting a beautiful computer, share the place well, and you answering phone calls. If I offer Nigerian kids 1 million naira for that job, which is actually raping them, they will jump at it. But Nigeria is not taking part in it. We are not part of this global chain. This beautiful thing. What India did was the Indian government decided to educate their people in technology. Just when they say technology now, we're talking as if they really have one great technology. It's to type, receive phone call, you have to use it, which Nigerian people are using to create content now. They are good at it already. So one of the areas other than agriculture that we should look at is how to make young people computer savvy, or be educate to be digitally literate, digitally literate, to know how to use computers, technology in this level, and we're going to fly. You know the good thing with us, we have the population, we are hungry, we want to work. When a young Nigerian boy come to UK, he works. The only reason he's able to raise money, when people they go break, they go work. They work from morning till morning. Now Ghana people know how to do it. They work from morning till night. They go to the next job. You understand? Sometimes when they sleep like who is dead. I come Nigeria, I don't wear my suit. I don't wear your canvas. Come they speak. Hey, hello. Yeah. In America, you dey Germany, you dey speak American English. Where you for learner? Now street you for work, do the whole job, carry go home. The children at home are not aware. What I'm saying is the opportunity of Europe, in fact, in those days, it was far. Today, with the internet, the job I'm doing here, you can do it there. Do you know how many jobs I'm giving to Nigerians now who can lecture in the UK? You don't even need to come here anymore. The schools don't have enough lecturers. I did a law program here. Most of my lecturers are from Nigeria. Yes. So there is a Nigerian student in the UK university being lectured by a Nigerian lecturer. Plan for yourself, Nigeria.
And the kind of money you pay there, they ask you to pay it in
We're coming to that. We're coming to that. So two things: educating people. Maybe the Nigerian university, we're going to come to that. Maybe one of those things I want to see you people talk about today is is the Nigerian university fit for purpose? That's the question. Are they training us with the right skill to go out there and succeed? When you graduate, do you have what it takes to really go into the industry and say, I can get a job? That's the question I want to ask. You guys are young. You're still in the uni. You guys just graduating. When I studied law in the UK, they just teach you Nigeria. I know that if not Nigeria, I will not do myself, because they will teach you all the English, all the stupid courses you don't need. So that by the time you are already exhausted, they not teach you the main course. Who have time for that? Yeah, you go and you study the main thing. It's like an apprenticeship, prepares you to go in there and succeed and work. The essence of going to the university is to give me the skill so that I can go home and work. The other skills are good, they are transferable, but do we really need them in today's world? In those days when we were in school, you know the thing they taught us? I never come school that time. Legible writing was a course of its own. Legible writing. You know what's legible writing, Barry? To be able to write well.
Well, we don't
do we really need that today? Let this young woman come back. Do we still need legible writing today? We don't need it, because the way we used to write is different now. In those days, we used to write. Somebody we're talking, you'll be writing. Today, we no more write. It's about how fast you can type now. You don't need to write anymore. Who needs writing? To do what?
Because everything is now digitalized.
It's digitalized. You understand? So anybody teaching you that you must learn how to read and write. Write what? Write with paper? No, it's writing with the hands now. And sometime in the next generation, I'm sure Bolaji is now studying that. It's going to be AI doing all the writing for you. That is the new generation. So you don't need to even be bothered whether you can speak good English, but you have how to use that. You see, it's about the productivity of education. Sometimes they teach you this in school. They tell you, oh, don't use this. Even when you're doing this now, I know Bolaji is going to go through that very soon when she begins to write her dissertation. They're going to tell her, you cannot use, you must not use the AI. You must not do this. But when you graduate, it's the AI you're going to use, because whatever they teach you now is the AI that's going to help you. You want to write a letter, as you are wasting time to write, AI generated the letter. The people are moving. They don't have time to be doing this and reading letters. Tell AI, generate this letter for this. They'll generate and you move. Life is a new generation. By the year 2050, the way marriage go different. No? Somebody go there, go marry wife for Africa. They will do well. Now, in those days, now you must marry, stay in the same house and be married. You see marriage, have you seen traditional marriage these days? I saw a couple getting married in the US. They were there. The marriage ceremony was taking home at home. And they were connected. The video was on. Everyone was seeing each other. They don't need to travel home to have a marriage. It was a virtual one, connecting with people at home.
I had a friend that did that. She was in the UK, and the party was done at home. I even went there.
No, Mary, I'm looking at a situation where I will be here and I'll be marrying my wife at home. You're going to see it soon.
Well, you said you are old already now, so why do you still need to marry another wife, Daddy Chris?
Wow, this shouldn't want to attack me now. I didn't say I want to marry another wife.
God bless you, what I do. God bless you.
The old age, have you not read the Bible? Now that you said that, when this man was very old, when David was very old, what did they do? They gave him a beautiful dancer, so he will live long.
That was David. Now you are Daddy Chris. There's Daddy.
So why is David going to be treated better than Daddy Chris? What a wicked.
Okay, is that partner that you want to follow Bible? Have you been following the Bible? Is that one that I want to okay?
And I feel
let's talk about student loan, young people.
Okay.
Coming back to me.
He's not in Nigeria doing his traditional thing because he's not doing like all these people in UK. Talking about wife. You want to marry how many wives? How many? Are you a traditional man?
Did the Bible say you should marry one wife? Mona, let us talk about the important thing now. Bible never say make you marry one wife. African tradition not say make you marry one wife. Why are you people saying that marrying more than one wife is a bad thing? I know I know come out from here today. With these two young women, they'll cut my throat.
No, because if you start it now, we see that way I face you. You know that one.
This guy, okay. All right, let's take a look at another important aspect, the student loan. All right.
Yeah.
Are you, Bolaji, is your student, have they received the loan? Are they happy with the loan? Is it something that you people will welcome?
The students' loan, I don't know if they've received it, but I do see messages popping up in group chats, in all organizations of the school that there is a loan for students, and students actually buy the idea because the cost of living now is high and some parents are not even available. They don't even have the means.
I think the student loan that increase is already working because
yes,
that's another thing that is making people that don't even have anybody to help them. They are not planning to go to school. It's not another
wonderful. So that is one of the great things we have to applaud the government. Yeah. Go on.
On that part, I applaud the president because he really did well on that. There are people that don't have anybody to train them in school. They actually gave up on not going to school, and with the development of the student loan, they are not being encouraged, right, to go to school because they don't have a means of being able to foot their bills. So it's really a nice one.
Yeah. So it's your students they are happy with it from what you're saying, Bolaji.
Yes, they're happy with it. Very happy with it because it's helping them to sort or pay bills, some bills that they would have struggled to pay. But with the initiative of the loan, it's helpful. But and also the NEL fund, they came to my school and also sensitized students. They've made customer care service for people that are having difficulties also in getting the loan. And while they were talking, they mentioned that you will have to pay back in the future. So I was like, what if I don't get a job? How will I get to pay back? So I feel that's where the major problem now is.
I don't think the scheme will never push you to pay back if you don't have a job. It's only when you start working.
They give you a lot of time.
And if you don't have a job forever, you don't pay. But when you start earning and you
Okay.
earn a particular amount of money as a graduate, that is when you, even if you get a job as a laborer, you will not get paid unless you earn a job of a graduate. That's when you pay back. And it's a very good thing for the country to know that some people who are less opportune cannot go to school. Then the question is, then it should be translated to the way the university is being run. You understand? That's some of the things you students will argue that, okay, we are paying our school fees, so the university should have enough money to run the affairs of the university. There should be no student strike, no lecturer saying I'm not paid or this and that. So we should be all on the same page. And I think that one we kind of restored this. But the question I ask again, let's talk about what you guys are talking about now. How much of this news about student loan do you see on your television?
That if it's, I'll tell you the truth. It's not really okay. Apart from the fact that sometimes we see it on the paper on our dailies, you hardly see it on news. I feel like they're not hyping it the way it's supposed to be. Maybe from my own thing, so it's not being hyped.
Exactly. You
Like,
need
I feel
to
like
sell it.
it has
You know,
to be celebrated.
one thing
But
you
they're
guys
really
need to do. Yeah. This is one thing we're going to beg from your government when you became president, when you guys lead us. By the time we are really out of the scene, what we will be begging you people to do, young people, is to be preachers of good news. When Jesus came to this world, he go around preaching, telling people about the good news. Now we have the good news. One of them is the student loan. Maybe it's not circulated enough so that people can see the beauty of it. There are some questions they have. You answer it. Jesus Christ was answering questions. That's what preaching is all about. It's not you just telling people. They will ask questions. You know, they were asking Jesus questions. You understand? And so Tinubu, if he's going to lead us, he's going to start by talking to us. Now, he has given you people the opportunity to talk to us or talk to among them yourself. So what are you people going to come out with from this comfort? That we help to sensitize the young people, because the problem is actually sensitization. If all of us can love Nigeria, like what you said today, no need to travel abroad. Let us try and grow the country. If we can get that message, Nigeria will grow. Only that message alone, that this is our home, we need to grow it. If we can inculcate it in every young people and they believe it, Nigeria will fly. Now, the young people do not believe in Nigeria. They don't even trust anything. They just say we are here. Anything you say, it comes here and it go out here. But we need to stick it to them. That's why I'm saying now, Bolaji, how do people intend to address the weaknesses of the government? Because we know we're going to farm. It's just that these people are not aware that farming is great. How are you going to do that? You understand? Now you know the importance of farming. You know.
Yes. Like you said, you as young people, they like things that are shining, things that are glamorous to the eyes. You need to make it look at it the way it is. Not that maybe
Yes.
when you tell a young person A and you're presenting Z, it's really far from each other. A young person will not want to continue in that path, except he sees that this is attractive and of course this will benefit me at the long run. A young person's mind is structured in a way that he can only get to do something that is a young person has or have a mind that a young person's mind is centered or is built on a structure that it's only what he tends to benefit that he'll have that zeal to do it.
Of
Once
course.
a young man is like, okay, if you want to if you want to see a young man work, you need to motivate him. And motivation could come in various forms,
Good.
monetary and so many more. Like for instance, there are some states in Nigeria that give scholarships to their students or to students that they feel have done excellently well. Even while growing up as a child, my parents like, oh, if you get first position, I'll do this for you. And you see me every time I'm reading because I want that gift. If
Yes.
young people or if the government can understand that these people's mind is shaped in this way, it's different from those days. These people are no longer those people they used to know, the persons or the way they grew up. Like someone was speaking to me like there was a time they pay school fees for 17 naira. And here I'm paying my school fees in hundreds because I want a better future, and my parents are there struggling to give me that money, and it's not everybody that even have that opportunity. Once the government tell them that, okay, now there's this money for you to be used for this purpose, and the students embrace it, and their parents also, they even need to sensitize their parents also, and their parents also know the benefits of this money and how it will help them. I feel the aim of the students loan will be achieved.
Yes, somebody asked a good question. All right. Before we answer his question, there's one thing you said which I really like. You understand? You see, when they want to advertise agriculture, they bring an old woman. They put Balaji and Mary, shiny babes. You understand? Then you show, no, it's not. I always say, who are you selling it to? If I'm going to do advert for young people and I bring an old man, why would they want to go there? You bring their mates, how they are making, they can relate to one another. There's a language you guys speak that I can never understand. There's some language you guys will speak now, I will never understand it because it's a different language. You understand? Even in the UK, they say blah, blah, blah. When
because we are Gen Z.
See? So our own is different. So sometimes I will just be looking. When I'm tired, I will just walk away. You understand? I say, don't worry, I won't understand these kids. It is right. So we need to talk to young people in the language they understand. That is what this young man is saying. So maybe part of this confab, maybe to address the weakness of government, which is communication. You guys need to just set up, the only power you guys really need, young people today. The only thing separating you people is communication, which is the unity we try to talk about. Government don't want you to unite. If you unite, you're going to defeat us. Even God, when human being united, we defeated God.
The power God,
so if you people, imagine if young people will come together and say, we want Bolaji to be president today. How many people are going to vote? Even if we want to vote, when we are coming to vote, when we see young people for road, we'll go back. If young people are on the street and they say, don't go, you won't go. They have the energy, they have the crowd, they can dance. I feel dance. No. So these are the things we're talking about. So young people can shape things. What you need to do is come together. It's not even with the protest. Come together, set up bodies, and then begin to make things happen. I'm still waiting for a presidential candidate that will be 20, highest 30 years old. 30 something. That's going to be only that party. When you say youth party, when I say youth party today, I see people of 50 years old. You are no more a youth. 30, 32. Tell us, no, this is a new country, a new beginning. Come together with that voice that we're going to change the country, but change it with beautiful ideology. That if we become president, this is what we're going to see. This is what we're going to see. But before we go back to that one, let's answer this question. This young man is asking, and I want two of you to answer the question. How can we pay back without a job? And would the loan have increased interest? That's a question. I don't know how it is in Nigeria because we have the student loan we are talking about in the UK. In fact, you don't pay anything back until you start working. And the loan is actually interest-free. So there's no increased interest at all. It is an interest-free loan.
Just like
we're saying that the government has
deposited. You already answered this question. Yes. You already answered this question because last time you said that the loan, it is when you start working. There's a particular amount you should be earning before they start removing the loan. Because the person is asking that how can the loan, how can they pay back the loan, right? Without a job. I think it is when you get a job. That's when you can start talking about paying the loan. And talking about increased interest. I don't really think I should increase more than what it is. You understand? Because you don't know how long it's going to take you before you get a job. But they can start removing their money as soon as you get your job. I think that is how
this is the beauty of it. And this is where the young people will be happy to pay the money back because you are saying it's like me paying the school fees of my younger one. This is what I would say to the government. If I'm the government, this is what I'll be telling you. Now, government are giving you this money for your school fees. When you start working and you are earning a particular money, pay the money back without interest. So that money will become the school fees of your younger one. Your younger brother is going to take that money and go back to school. Your younger sister is going to use the same money. You understand? So you are giving it back to the system. You're not giving it to me. so that other people can take the money and go to school. Young people will be happy to pay. Do you understand? So it becomes something that, but you need to sell it. This is exactly what I'm saying, that the power of communication. He is confused, he's not happy with it, he's skeptical because he cannot trust the system. Now, this is one of the biggest things that the youth confab will come up with. Our leaders do not communicate. They don't communicate ideas.
That's why the president asked the ministers to go out and tell people what he's doing, what the administration is doing, what they are doing as ministers. On that part, I'm not blaming him because that's the truth. If you don't tell people what you're doing, there's no way they will know. The ministries, what are they doing? They need to come out and communicate. You cannot tell me that you're a minister, you're media shy. You want to serve the public, you're working in a government parastatals, and you don't want to come out on the media to talk. There's something you're not telling us. That's why I said they should go out and speak. Speak about what the administration is doing. It should give account of what they themselves they are doing. Because the people are complaining, thinking they are not doing anything. And you are not coming out to actually tell the people, inform the people, right, about the things that you are doing, the measures you are putting in place to actually change the situations of what these people are complaining about. So on that particular aspect, I think the president is right. He's right on that.
We're gonna do one thing on this show when we come back from this break. I want us to be very blunt and identify where the president has failed, all right, and where he has done well. You are young people, so that the younger generation will take from it and even help him to succeed. And perhaps the confab, maybe they will come across this video and they will take from what we said today in the confab. What has the president done wrong and what has he done right? We've all agreed here that the student loan is a step in the right direction. Instituting the confab for young people is a good one, but implementing it is the key. And now, when we come back, we want to identify where President Tinubu has really done wrongly. The question is, how many times have you seen the president come and talk to us? Telecommunication is free. He has NTA, he paid a lot of money to NTA. How many times does this president actually come and talk to us? Now, how do we know what you are doing, president, if you don't tell us? You say the ministry to talk to us. Who's going to talk to us? You are our father. You're the one that's supposed to communicate it. This is exactly why young people, now use young people. This is what you're going to say to them, president. President, use us to talk to us. Don't bring one old man to talk to us. Set up I don't know what that platform is going to be called, so that we can talk to one another. If a young person have a problem, he would rather go to this institution of young people than to come to Baba in Aso Rock. Let me tell you guys one thing before I go on this break. I know you guys are not up to 30 years. Gowon was head of state at 34, if not 32. So he was not a man yet. He was still a boy when he was the head of state. You see, when Buhari came to be head of state, he was 30-something. They were not old men. It's just that they remain there till now. It's time for them to go. They know that. At the point in time, maybe you guys should tell them that we need a new cap, that when you are up to 50, you can no more run for president. No matter your wisdom, help us to rule you then. It's like me at 50-something, I don't want to do anything. Let my children do it. If I want to do something, I will tell my child how to do it. Where does Tinubu have the energy to walk around the country to know what is going on?
Don't you have constitution in Nigeria?
No, we're going to change that now. The constitution is that if you're not up to 40, you cannot even run for state governor. What I'm saying now is if you're up to 50, you are not even qualified to run anymore. So that we can go out and get you. No, you guys have to fight for this. Nobody will give it to you. It's your right. Because the future depends on these two young women I'm seeing here. The good thing I have is you are women. Women change the world. You know when I say everything, they say, say the man I be the head of the house. But now the woman be the neck. Anywhere the neck turn go, now then the head they go. Not be so. So you guys can turn this nation where you want. And that is what you should do. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, hopefully, Bolaji, your network will be back because I'm going to hit you much more harder now. I'm not going to be friendly when we come back. All right? Daddy will not be daddy. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more on what the confab and what the student loan means for you young people and how young people can actually contribute meaningfully to the development of Nigeria. Don't go away, stay with us.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. Srtv Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're taking a look at Nigeria at 64, the young people's perspective. That is what we've been doing, and we'll take a look at that. We've been talking about what young people can do and how they are. We're going to take a look at some of the papers. I know they've been a lot is happening in that paper as well, so I want us to also take a good look at that. And don't forget, Bolaji is right here. I know Akim. I fear not, let me call the other name, but the Bolaji I can pronounce well. So Bolaji, she's the National Vice President of the Law Student Association of Nigeria. She's been here with us and she's coming back. You know how the network is in Nigeria. But we've been rubbing minds on what we can do as a people to move Nigeria to the next level, particularly what young people can do for us. I am still of the firm belief that if a young man and a young woman will run the affairs of the country, will be better off. Because the reason I know is I want a young president who wake up, not, no, sometimes maybe when I wake up, somewhere they pay me, you understand? That's when you know you're getting old, you understand? And when a young person that can see wake up and just get up, you understand? Someone when they peace, the one with the peace they go up, not the peace when they come down. So that is the kind of people we want to run the affairs of the country, because they will be able to go around. We're talking of monitoring, we're talking of communication, which is one of the weaknesses of the president. One of the biggest weaknesses of Nigerian presidency is the age. I know nobody want to talk about this. Age is a big barrier. Tinubu is old. The man you don't expect the old man to walk around the whole place. Even Buhari have to admit that, I'm sorry, if I were younger, I would have done better. You understand? So the age, whether it's a natural one. It's not.
Why do you want to be president? So he forced to be president to come and tell us if he was younger. He knew he was old. So why was he fighting to be the president?
No, Mary. At the point in time, you can forgive him. You keep deceiving. You deceived him. They deceived him that he's the one that's going to do it. If Tinubu was told, or they said that Tinubu, you are too old to run the affairs of the country, say it to him. He will rest. You cannot expect a 70-year-old man, they're going to lie that they're 60-something, to wake up in the morning and run and do some, you see, make no joke, go do gym if you go come up for that. You understand? You want a young boy who will gym in the morning, before you know, he then wants more car. He's looking at, he's inspecting a vehicle. He's inspecting a road. In fact, he's looking at farms. This is not something, Jesus Christ did not sit at home and talk. He was going around. He said he was moving around, touching lives. We need a president that will go around the country, that will visit school unannounced, that will visit ministries unannounced, that will inspect road unannounced. You're not going to rule us from Aso Rock. It's not going to work. Nigeria need you. You are the leader. You need to be at the forefront. You know what I said? If I were to be president of Nigeria, when young people were outside, I would have come out and be on my own outside. I will stay there until Nigeria get better. I will stay out with them. Then they know you are with them. You are ruling people. You are not. In fact, you are ruling. You are a ruler now. You should lead us. Lead the way, sir. You don't need to rule us. Lead us. Tell us the path to go. And that is what young people are going to do. We don't need an old president. We know. Listen, the old people know that. But you guys, young people, you've not really get up to that challenge. You have disappointed us. I am saying now, I'm telling you, young people, you guys have not really get up to rise. To raise, to see that leader we're looking for. The one that came out the other time is even singing the language of the old people. Yaya Bello is one is wanted for theft and all that things now. He was the youngest governor. But we're not going to look at Yaya Bello. But the truth is, Yaya Bello was young. He could go around. He didn't. The money too much. But come on, man, Mary. And your boy, have you seen what is happening in Burkina Faso? Go to Burkina Faso. You see the military junta there. He's everywhere. He just launched Air Burkina. In fact, where they do tomatoes farm, he just launched now. He will be the biggest in Africa. Tomatoes puree. Before you know it, we start importing tomatoes from Burkina. That is what we're up against. It's not because we cannot, but because our presidency, our leadership are too old. Between these two people, they gave award yesterday. I'm going to share the picture with you. But now that we're here, if this is the people we are still celebrating at this time, in this new age, these are the people we are celebrating. They are old. Look at them. What's happening to the young people? What is this? We need young people. Sorry. Are you saying that there are no young men in Nigeria who can do this? You know what I like? When I saw the last bar association, the Sun, they were young faces. They were very young. You know, when Idegbo took over power, they were 30-something. No? They were not old men. And that's why they say war against the discipline. If you waka, never born now. During the first time, if they say war against the discipline, not enter queue, whether you go see whipping. So we need that level of, in fact, the revolution that have changed the world doesn't have to happen with the gun. But where there was no gun, they will say a strong leader actually leading us. Now we lack leadership. I'm going to ask again, Bolaji and Mary, how are you people going to lead us if you people become the leader? That is on my own I have to do.
Okay. Going first, I'll say, if I'm given the opportunity, I feel I
see this network take time. When you see this kind of fine guy and fine lady they talk, you go they cut them off.
I have to go back to the drawing board. When I'm in the drawing board, I have to go back coming from, like, the society. If it's what society has impacted, like, okay, maybe kind of environment I grew in, I saw maybe people suffering and all. How am I going to make that, or how am I going to elevate them or help them reduce that hardship I saw them growing up in? As youth, we have the opportunity to actually live in the environment, and we've seen other countries, or we've heard from other people how their country is going around the world. Most leaders are actually old, and people fear to leave the governance or the governance of their country in the hands of young people because they feel they will toil.
All right. The network is not helping, but this young woman is telling us something very, very important, and I think we should take it seriously. We're going to give her the chance to say her mind. Mary, can you just quickly weigh in here? Because her network, okay. Your network was up and down, so let us say you can repeat that, Bolaji.
Okay, I said, okay, like it's Nigerian problem with network, and like I was saying, a young person need to know where you're coming from. People these days fear to leave the governance of their country in the hands of younger people because they feel they'll toil with it. They feel they are not yet matured at heart to hold the governance. If the youth have a change in heart and we come together and knowing that Nigeria is not just a toy, it is what we need to guide jealously. Other people, even in Nigeria today, when it comes to the national anthem being played, you see people still walking around. They don't have respect or regard for the nation itself. So how do you expect a change to come when we ourselves have not changed? When we still have our ideas are still in shells and we still don't respect the nation. How do you even expect other people from outside to even respect your nation? They say charity begins at home. And if in at this place or in our home we don't even have regards for even our president, if it's left for some people, if the president is passing, they would even love to pass alongside with him because they don't even regard those offices, or even the National Orientation Agency are not even doing their best. People don't even know why they are Nigerians. They just find themselves in Nigeria and tend to just live along with whatever they feel is playing in the society. They don't know their basic rights. People don't know, or they don't know that they even have access to some basic things. But because they just feel like let us follow the government, forgetting that we also have our roles to play as citizens, even as youth. Okay, like I said earlier, if you're given a little opportunity to serve in people's or in Nigerian governance or policies, people tend to start from the lower level, like maybe from the local government chairman and all. From that office, what have you done? If okay, now if you even see some people trying to do those things at their early age, you see people tell them, stop it, oh, they will kill you. There's this, because there are threats coming from other people. How do we learn to curb all those things? How do we let people speak out? How do we have a government where we are heard? According to section 14 and 14 sub 2 of the Nigerian Constitution, which deals with how people could relate with their with democratic government. How do people relate with their government? I feel if this 30 days confab go well, the government should even extend it, because reforms don't just happen within a short period. It takes a while. It's very important. The monitoring. Most times, Nigerians have organizations and fail to monitor them. Things are put in place, but we don't monitor them. We just leave it. We have this lackadaisical attitude towards things. How do people these days, even in their own homes, you see people like a father sending his child to school without calling to check up on the child if the child is really in school? It's really bad. If people tend to have a change of mind, I feel Nigeria will be better.
Thank you. And before we go on, I know many people are saying, especially young people, you are saying to yourself, oh, don't mind, the president just want to do this to calm young people. He's not sincere, he's not do this. Let me use one word. The House has said it, that if you can pretend, then you can be good. If president can pretend that he want to address the challenges of young people, then he immediately, if he has the chance, he will do it. So let us take his pretense as a good thing and work with it. We should not take it as a joke. He said he wants young people to come together to address this challenge. We're going to do it. Do it without faith. Don't mind whether his tension or whatever your belief or not believing him or not. It doesn't matter. Go out there and have a useful discussion that will bring things to us. Like I said, if Nigeria will fail, it's the young people, not the old. These are people, we are on our way out. People that are praying to have another 30 years in life. What are you going to ask of them? I'm 57 years old. In another 30 years, I'll be 87. Way out. Do you understand? You have a whole years ahead of you guys. Very soon, those people will be in the home. And you will be the one taking care of them. That is the fact of life. So they should not be your problem. In fact, I will be ignoring Tinubu and whatever they're doing if I were young people. So this confab that you people are given the opportunity to, in fact, create an institution that is beyond government. An institution that will exist, whether government fail or not fail, you are there. So the next generation will even tap on this same institution and use it to correct you when you are in power. You know the funniest thing? The people in power now, they were the people fighting Babangida during the structural adjustment program. Tinubu himself, it was in the United Kingdom, fighting Abacha's government. They were the people that formed Nadeco. Today, they are the one in power. Some of them are looting. The same people that said, so most of you people now, don't be surprised that when you get to power, you will start to loot. But what we need is another structure that is operating independent of government, run by young people to correct the affairs of the state, because the old people cannot. You know why? You know why the people that are, why the country is where we are? The people that have the knowledge to solve the problem, they are too tired, they are too weak to fight. Young people that can fight, they are not united. They don't have the equipment to do it. The only equipment young people need to fight is to come together. And that's why this confab should go beyond listening to what Tinubu wants, but also to what young people want. And I pray that you people will come up with a structure, give it a name. The hope for young people. That is where young people meet and talk and do business. And government listen to them. You see, you form your parallel government. Oh God, this is what I was saying when I come up with the next presidential. Then you form a parallel government that runs with the presidency. This is what young people are saying. You see, you guys can even have your own parliament where you discuss issues. It doesn't matter what they discuss. This is what young people are thinking about, so that you pass it on to them. And when the people become president later, other young people will hear and checkmate what you are doing. Because the problem we have is checks and balances. Once somebody, let's go to Edo State. Edo people came out to vote. They have voted the governor. The governor is now like a small god. The same man who was going around them before, he will no more come. He's now God. But if the people were still together, that governor will be scared. But can you keep the people together always? That's what we'll be thinking about. How do we checkmate our government? The people who have the laws, the lawyers, the civil society, that's why Falana is very famous. He's the one that can come out and use the instrument of law to make a statement. But you cannot do it alone. You need an organization, a parallel tools that checkmate the activities of government. It's not existing anywhere in the world, but we can start in Nigeria since we have this challenge. And young people better champion this. And perhaps this is a big opportunity for that thing to come up. That you guys use this confab to set up a parallel structure that will say, oh, we need to farm. We come through this is how we want it to be done. You dialogue with the presidency, you dialogue with your governors, but this is what you want. So the people, sometimes, Bolaji, if I want to do something now, I don't even know who to work with. NGOs, there are so many bodies around the world who want to put money into certain things in Nigeria. Where do they work with? Who do they work with? So people are, and you know one funny thing, Bolaji, if young people in Nigeria, we come up with a structure that is what that they believe in and they are doing that, and we abroad, we can see that you guys mean well, we will fund you. We will fund it with speed. So you cannot tell me your problem is money. The problem is never money. See, now they want me to talk to myself. There's God, oh. Let me bring this young woman back. I'm trying to get to the end of the show so that I can take a break and I talk more with Bolaji behind. Bolaji, yeah, let me add Bolaji back to the show. Bolaji, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Good. So
yes,
the
sir.
network is network is up and down. Yeah. So what you see is we do not support government, like you said. This young body I'm talking about, they will be patriotic, they will be supportive, but they will say no when the interest of the country is at stake. You know what I said? They will work hard, they will do this, they will do everything the government wants, but they will say no if they see any attempt of looting. They will say no if things are not done in the right way. That is the body I'm looking for. And if Nigeria is going to change, this confab, that is what we should be expecting from the confab. That is my opinion anyway. I don't know what Bolaji thinks. Bolaji, can you even hear me at all? Because your network, sometimes, Can you hear me? I'm sure she's not hearing me. See? So, Bolaji, no verse. They will not put your face, 5 face. They're not going to let me hear you. There's God, though. Mary don't disappear. Well, this is where Nigeria is. I wanted to run through some of the papers with Bolaji as well and Mary. but there seems to be no way out right now. Bolaji, can you hear me? So
Yes, I can
sometimes
hear you now,
Bolaji,
sir.
the network is really making our life not so interesting today. But we will deal with the network. Anyway, you see, it's gone again and it's back, it's gone and back and gone and back and gone and back. Wow. But in all, I wanted to share some of the creativities of yesterday's celebration. The country we love. And sometimes somebody tell me, oh, we're not patriotic people. And I disagree. Nigerians were patriotic. The question is, why will I be patriotic to a cause? I always say to my people, I will only identify with my people if it's beneficial to me. Well, let's see whether even if I draw you a little bit close, we can talk closer. You only
Okay, sir.
support a cause that is beneficial to you. Why will young people be over supportive of a government that does not understand them or that they don't even understand? First is understanding. Two couples fight over things that are not important because that thing would have been resolved with simple dialogue. By the time a wife and a husband is fighting in a house and they spend 20 minutes to sincerely talk to one another, that problem is solved. The trouble that is going to cause divorce, if they will sit down and talk about it, the marriage will be restored. They don't need another person. So what you need sometimes is effective communication, sincere one. We need a sincere route to dialogue with the government and with ourselves. Young people, you are the only people that's going to do this. You must communicate with the government. And sincerely, do not paint. But one thing I found out now is that it's the same young people that are playing SA, PA, this, that. And once they just get small appointment, whatever that the priest is going to say, I'm an evil man. Because they can be fed from that small system. You understand? So, but you people are actually so powerful. You guys are so powerful. Let me bring Mary back. I hope that the network will allow us to do to the end of the show. It's the same young people that are going to sing praises when the truth, they are the one that hide the truth. What Tinubu is doing wrong, they will say he's doing right. Because Tinubu is my brother. Because Tinubu is my papa. This is not about papa and brother. If it's wrong, to tell him, Baba, you're wrong. And you should be talking not from your point, from the position of young people. You see, there have to be another voice. And the voice of the young people, you see, that's what we're looking for. When president, there's sometimes you go take yourself, create your own trouble. This confab can be the biggest harm to any government and can be the biggest blessing to a government. Because if young people decide to use it well, they'll come up with something that you cannot break. So I'm going to ask again, Bolaji, what do you think that can make this body you're going to create now? Because I see you people creating a body, not just to go and talk and submit recommendation. What's going to make that body to be a strong one and be everlasting for us so that our children can join it and we'll write your name down in the book?
You make a point earlier saying something when you're talking about when the people were trying to build the tower in the Bible. It's unity that is key. If we as youth in Nigeria have a voice, just one voice, we are not dissenting from that voice, and we all agree to that same point we're trying to achieve, I feel it's going to be better and it's going to be best for all of us in the country at all time. And as youths, that we agree and we know that it is only through unity that we can tend to break the government in all ramifications. And if we don't have people in our midst, or if we come together, let's all of us have a plan. We should not just head there without a plan. We shouldn't go to meet a government without a plan. We should have structured ourselves, spoken to ourselves, and we should know where we are heading to and what impact this confab is going to make, or it's going to be. Like you said, it's either this confab make the government or not the government. So if the government are calling us for a dialogue,
You see the Ministry of Youth I'm talking about. I don't think even it should be a ministry. It should be an independent arm of government. You understand? See, because if you people, what this young girl is saying now, if you people will have this strong union of young people, that is they are there. No matter what it is, they are there. So if you get voted to office, you leave the young people cycle. You go there. These people are still here. And you see, Mary, after this confab, what happened? Supposing we set up a confab now, after we submit recommendation to government, they say you people are closed, go home. You don't finish. It be like who don't vote finish. They give them.
But the one thing you do is to do anything to be under the government, right? You can see that all the sectors that are independent are doing well on their own. But the ones that are working with the government, they are failing. I wish they can set it on their own. You understand? And let it be independent, not something that will be under the government, because it will crash. They will not take good care of it. But if it's a private or if it's individual organization, you see them flourishing on their own.
I can agree. I can agree with that. So perhaps if I am allowed to suggest, we can then agree that the confab, the youth confab, should be one of the outcome should be an institution for young people, an institution, a body for young people, not to come and go, not a one-off. It should remain there, because it's not true. Sometimes we have unity during elections. There was highest unity during the last election, but the unity failed because it is one-off. Because the mindset is just to go and vote somebody as a president. The mindset was not to correct the country. We need a youth institution that will remain there, that will always be there to work with the government, work for the government, work against the government for the betterment of the country. Can I say that again? The outcome of this body, of this union we are trying to have, should be an institution for young people that will work with the government, work against the government for the benefit of Nigeria. Not because the president wants this or because I want this, not because anybody wants this, but for the country we all love. And if that is in place, you find that anytime the government is doing something wrong, young people will support, will be against it. When they do something right, they will support it. And if you guys need money, let me use this again. You'll be like a church. You'll be making money than you ever think of. In fact, do you know the power of coming together? Say today now, young people, you go to one church, everybody drop only 50 naira. You know how much that is? That's why the churches are doing well. You become a church. You know what I said? I want to call it in the name of a church for young people. Give it another name. What is a church? It's a gathering of people. Let it be. But this one is not to serve God, it's to serve humanity, to serve Nigeria. A body of young people designed to serve Nigeria. And these young people will not budge. They will support your government if you are doing right. They will fight you if you are doing wrong. We are safe. Obviously, we only have one set of people in the country, the people that want to be in power. Then the people who are now fighting, the people who want it for power, don't blame him. Tinubu have to fight to win the next election. It's his job to win the next election. If you like it or not, the man have to make sure he wins the next election. But that's not the job of the youth body I'm talking about. The job of the youth body is how Nigeria will grow today, grow tomorrow, grow forever. It's different from somebody who will be there to fight, to work for Nigeria and try to win the next election. He has two jobs. Tinubu, as much as he wants, he has to fight. I can tell you, Tinubu did this because he want young people to like him. You understand? Make I give now this one that is a good man, whatever it is. But we want to use it now, young people. Turn that to be an opportunity to set up a body that you guys call it a church, call it a mosque, Let it be a mosque church of young people in Nigeria. The mosque and the church of young people in Nigeria, where young people meet, talk, and do their own business, where they help to shape the affairs of the most populous nation on earth, Nigeria. That's my prayer. And I know you guys can do it. I wish I have a more opportunity to talk to them more. I will be talking to them in a sound way. That young people, this body you're about to create tomorrow, or whatever the president is trying to do, should not be a one-off, number one. Because we don't have shortage of people with good intention for Nigeria. But the good intention has not translated to anything, because it is always one-off, or it's also interest. If your interest, nobody have the interest of Nigeria. A politician can never have the interest of Nigeria. His interest is to win election for his party. That is why political parties are set up. You cannot blame them. I'm saying that this body of young people who have tomorrow, and we are old. We are 30 years, we'll be out. 40 years, high years. If I do 40 years, my body not going to raise it. I don't need to be here. You want to go. So you want people who have the stake. And after some time, Mary, you know the funny thing, what we're talking now, it will be, you guys will be the older ones and there will be younger ones. So the younger ones will be the one in there fighting for the country, while the old ones can go. They are on their way out. It's a transition. You come to that stage before you come to this stage. You know, when you're on the stage, we are now, the Tinubu, they are on their way out. We need another body that is for the country. And that's the body of the young people. It should be made of Muslims and Christians, Yoruba, Hausa, everybody, inclusive, educated, non-educated. Every human being goes there. It's like a Sunday service. And you know what you guys will do? You will make a lot of money. You understand? You will make a lot of money, because any money you want, you will get. Anything you want, you get. In fact, when that body can be established, you will defeat anything. Just like as human beings came together through the Tower of Babel and bring out the mountain of God, you will defeat any government that is out to fight you. In fact, anything you say will be a speech and that will be recognized worldwide, not only within Nigeria. And I think if we can do this, the world will learn from us. Sometimes when I say things, they say, is that how it is done anywhere? And I say, why should it be done anywhere else? Where is your innovation as a people? I pray that we can do something that the world will learn from us for once. We've done a lot. I'm gonna have you two guys back. What do you have to say to young people out there today? That's where we're gonna end the show. Bolaji, I know your network will not allow us. What do you have to say to your fellow young people out there about Nigeria?
Quickly, before the network takes me out again, I feel the major thing we need to know is we have to be united first and foremost, because we are the future of this country. And if these people that have lived their life are trying to buy us for our own future, then how will the future of our children be? We shouldn't be bought by people. We should learn to stand up for what's right, and we should be united. We should love ourselves. If all this is present, I feel Nigeria will be better. And we should also learn to help ourselves grow. Rather than this brain drain happening in Nigeria, rather than going out to help other people's economy, why don't you help your country's economy? Why? So that you'll be proud to say that, yes, I am truly from Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. What amazing. Mary, what do you have to say? Because this is lovely, you know. You cannot allow brain drain of your own people. You know, in fact, whatever, you see, this is the thing I say to people. If I build a house in the United Kingdom, if I buy a house here, where is the house is? It's in the United Kingdom. UK don't mind. Come and buy here, because they know you're not going to take that house home. They're not stupid. Come and buy a house in England. Buy. They know they are waiting for you. Buy it. You go die just now. The house remain here. Build the house here. But when you build it in your village, it remains there forever. The Bible said God instructed us to cultivate our land. That is the instruction of God. So if you are cultivating another man's land, just die there. Some of us, they are burying us outside now. That is the new dispensation. They know they carry us come home anymore. Thank God. That is how unpatriotic we are, and we're paying the price. We are. And young people, if you can use that alone to sell your message, they will buy it. Young people, build your own land. You have a beautiful land. You have a blessed land. Wait till you go. If Nigeria not they blessed, where the Chinese man they come find for there? You self look around, look for it. Tell Chinese man, no, we want to do business with you, but we will sell for you. Anything you do, you can't come to my land and tell me what is what. We'll work with you. We're not driving you, are not our enemy, but we'll work with you. Anything when they take from us, we don't learn how to do it. Do you know they come to do road for us? Tomorrow, we still inviting Julius Berger to come and construct Nigerian road. Are there no road people that can do roads in Nigeria? Today, we're talking about farming. Look at farming. Are there no people who can, don't we have universities who teaching agriculture that can improve our farm? Where do we even look outside? What is the whole university doing in Nigeria? We have how many universities of agriculture in the same country? No, something is wrong with us. Young people, wake up. Wake up this institution. Make universities to work. Make these bodies to work. This is what I'm saying. You need another government. And that is the government of the young people that will work on their own, independent of the government, because they're not interested. They are there to work for the country. They are not there to win elections. They are not there to do this. They're there. And when they transit, people from there will transit into government. Other young people that are leaving universities, they will come in there, preparing themselves, working, learning nationhood. That is where the body is. I think this is an opportunity to create it. And I'm really so believing that you guys will do that for us. All I know I can promise you, 2 young women, is if you do it, anything you want will be given to you. If you need money, you will have it. Any support you need, you will get it. Because I've been around in the UK and in the US, I've been talking. They are looking for somewhere. They're looking for an opportunity to restore Nigeria. The political class have failed us. They know that. Because the system, and it's not their fault. This is the truth. They have a different mandate. Tinubu is voted in under the umbrella of the APC. APC have to win the next election. Tinubu have to satisfy those who help him to win election. It's a political thing. You cannot blame him. He has a job for his party, for his people. So Nigeria is number 3. But this body we're talking of will be working for Nigeria, and in the interest of Nigeria alone. Who is Nigeria? We the people. Not a particular set of people. Not the interest that I'm going to win the next election. If they say they want to do an agri project that will be meaningful for the people. If we want to talk about school project that will be meaningful for the people. Not the one that we will do. If we not do this one now, we're not going to win the next election. No. That's not what we're looking for. We want the one that will be really meaningful. I am blessed to be in your midst, young women. You are the mothers of tomorrow. You are the mothers of the nation. You are now our children. But it's so quick. You soon become women and you begin to run affairs of the country. We're looking forward to a situation where actually a Nigerian girl, a Nigerian young lady, will become the president of the country. We're looking forward to that. And it's going to happen soon. When you see, if you come to the UK, let me say this. It pains me I never get daughter here. Maybe now Bolaji, they asked me just now, I say, where I still won't get I still won't get one daughter here. Because now let 2 boys I get here. You know why? Because the girls here, you see them, they are doing so well. If you get a boy, now God, you they follow them. We they wear the same trouser. Make it not join gang. There's the same thing you see in Nigeria, they are here. You have court there, they have a gang here. They kill themselves, they stab themselves in the UK. But the girls are not, they're easier. You know, they go to school, they come back, and they are creating. The Nigerian girls, the Nigerian women in the UK are making us proud. And I know Nigerian women at home, the girls at home, will follow suit. The only challenge you guys face now is just economic hardship. But you guys are the people to turn things around. Now see, they make the boys, they do the right thing. You understand? Again, when they get, in fact, any man, if you go read the Bible, if you fall now, woman, cause her, na lie. Una never read the Bible. Say na get the power to make person fail. My papa tell me, say, Tebuna they read Bible. Say that they say that the only time when Adam eat from Eve, they look for free. Eat free food, now would they so. Anytime your wife cook you food, ask her where you see the money before you eat am. Because women are not meant to cook for you. So now know how to turn the head, turn the place around. I beg Nigeria women, Mona turn the country around. Nigeria young girls, I beg Mona turn Nigeria. Because by turning the boy's head in the right direction. True. If you say you dey leave your boyfriend because he dey follow Yahoo, he go stop. Tell her, say, me and you go do this road, we'll do this one. You know, you will be doing the right thing. He go because to go to school. Now. You understand? So this is how much women can change things. You can. And God bless you as you help us. Bolaji, thanks for joining me this morning. Mary.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, sir.
Yes. I hope we'll have another opportunity to discuss this before the confab. I didn't get prepared enough for this because they just told me, oh, one small girl. You look a little bit more mature. I thought it's a woman. Then I see that you people are my daughters. So I said, okay, let us do it. And I'm really proud. I'm proud of your contribution. I can see with you guys we have hope. Mary has been with me all the time. I give her a lot of I only oppress this poor girl here, but today she is supposed to fight me, but we didn't go along the route because she would have loved me to bring one topic of me trying to say something that Nigerian girls should not play football. Then I will start to fight me. That's I just think that some sports are not made for women. Some are for women, So anyway, thanks very much for joining me. Right? And God bless us. God bless the Nigerian youth. And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So we look forward to a great nation. And President Tinubu, I know you will hear the voice of the young people. They mean well for us, and they're doing all they can. And if you inspire them, or if you can help them to set up this body, sir, inspire them to make it, let's go beyond them. Because you're going to serve 4 years, another 4 years and go. What happened? Look beyond your time. So when they set up this body, tell them to set up a body that will exist, that will still be there when they are not there. Meaning the body will work with the government. Tinubu, you need this body to work. If you're going to implement any program that will be helpful, it's going to be this body. So set it up. They have so much energy. Now that you cannot move around, they can do it for you. Work with them. But if you just set up a confab and they close and go, you will not have them. Set up a strong institution for young people that will be there to work against you. Don't mind, to work for you. But the most important thing is they are working for the nation. God bless Nigeria. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience.
Srtv.